Hi everybody, Chef Coco here. Welcome to my kitchen where I teach you easy, delicious, and healthy recipes that you can make for friends. So today I'm going to show you my farro mushroom risotto. Now farro is an ancient pearled grain that is delicious and nutty and what goes really well with mushrooms. So let's get started and I'll show you how to do it. So the first thing we want to do is saute our mushrooms. So I'm putting a generous bit of olive oil in the bottom of a pan. And I'm going to saute these mushrooms until they're soft. So I'm just going to keep stirring them around. So now if they're cooking, I'm going to add in my softened dried mushrooms, and I'm using shiitake, but you can use any sort of dry mushroom. So we just kind of want to bring it to a proper temperature. And you can see more of the water starting to release now. So now I'm going to take these out and I'm going to set them aside. There's a little bit of water in there. We'll use that for saute our onions and our garlic. You don't have to have oil to saute. You can actually saute with water. But if you want to put a little oil in, you certainly can. And if you do with water, what you want to do is see if it starts to get dry. Just want to add a little bit of water at a time to keep it from burning, and just keep cooking it. It's an easy way to cook with no oil. If you're trying to lower your cholesterol or watch your fat intake. All right, so now that I have my onions and garlic cooked, I'm going to add my farro, and this is a pearl farro, kind of like pearl barley, right? And what that means is it'll cook quicker. If there's a hull that's been removed. So you just want to stir it. Coat the kernels. And then we're going to start adding our stock. Now the secret is you have to have very hot stock. I heat mine up in the microwave to boiling. If you were cooking this on the stove, you would want to have a pot on warm. So the idea with risotto is that you will stir it until The liquid evaporates. And then you add more, slowly at a time, to where it absorbs it. This is a great dish to do for company because you can enlist somebody to help you stir. People always like to stir, right, in the kitchen. I know my guests do. They feel like they're part of it, of the action. And they actually learn a new dish because they get kind of the feel for it. Now, farro takes a little bit longer to cook than white arborio rice, but it's worth the extra 10 minutes that it takes. Well, it's about 3/4 the way here now. So if you were going to serve this to guests, what you could do is you could pull it off right now, chill it down, and then start it up again right before you serve, and heat it with a little stock or water till it gets back to this point, and just keep cooking it and add the mushrooms to it. Or you could cook it the whole way and just reheat it with a little liquid in it, and it'll come back. You want it to be al dente, which means chew the tooth, right? You want it to be chewy, not overcooked. So you just have to try it along the way, and you can tell it'll start softening up. This is looking good. We're going to add the mushrooms back in. They'll have a little bit more liquid. Give it a stir. Make sure it's mixed. Wow, that looks great. So now I'm going to pour my white wine in. And my peas, they're just going to be a garnish. Now you could put more peas in if you wanted to. And I'm going to stir in some parsley. I'm going to stir in some parsley. And don't forget to season with salt and pepper before you try it. My stock had salt in it. Let's try it for seasoning. I think it needs a little more salt and pepper. Now you could put fresh herbs in here if you like to. And we'll finish it off with some truffle oil. Truffle oil is a beautiful addition, and you got to remember, you get what you pay for with truffle oil. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So you want to find the most best quality you can, and if you can, try it before you buy it. See, Well, that's about it. I'm going to keep this plant-based because when I have a dinner party and serve my friends, I like to have a nice hearty plant-based entree that it can also stand in as a side dish and a vegetable. So let's try. Oh, this looks good. I'm going to try a little nutritional yeast on mine for that umami flavor. Mix it up. That great B12 with that nutritional yeast. Okay. Wow, looks good. I'm gonna blow it. It's hot. Yum. The mushrooms have that meatiness to them and the nice crunch, slightly crunch of the farro. Great. This dish is great and easy to make a day ahead, because after the flavors marry, it becomes more cohesive with the flavors, but it's pretty good like it is. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. If you'd like more recipes, and check out my blog. Just go to my website, arlenecoco.com, and you can sign up for my mailing list and find out where I'm at and where I'm teaching. Bon appetit!